guys, I'm gonna rough out a Sherman shot. I think so. All right, guys. I'm gonna rough out a buffing station. It's by no means finished or what it should be. Really what I'm attempting to do is just get something working because I've got some parts to polish, and then as I use the piece of equipment, I'll find out what I do and don't like about it. I think I'm going to mount the backer board vertically and have the wheels come off of that. I'm not quite sure yet. I didn't sketch anything out this time like I normally do, because I just don't know how it's going to work. I know I'm going to mount it solid because I think I've got to push on it fairly significantly. This is buffing aluminum, metal, not buffing guitars or anything like that. So I'm going to cut a base, and then we'll talk about the wheels I bought. I don't even know if they're the right wheels. I know they're a larger diameter because I felt like I'd get more life out of them and they'd be a little bit more pliable. It seems like the metal buffing industry, the wheels are the 8-inch to 10-inch type wheels, and then for guitar buffing you can get them all the way up to 18. I think I bought 14-inch wheels or 16-inch wheels, I can't remember. The arbor size I didn't know. If you're doing this new, you probably want to go with 1 1/4 inch arbor if you're going to use the wheels that they use on guitar stuff. If you're going to use if it's a fixed station, if you're going to go with the traditional metal wheels, I think I've seen 5/8 seems to be the common arbor size. I bought a 1-inch arbor and I found 1-inch wheels. Down the road I may go to 1 1/4 inch. I don't know. I just don't have an opinion on whether you can flex a 5/8 arbor or not, because in this case the arbor's really long. It's 4 feet long. So we'll get to it here. I'm going to cut this table here. I just happen to have a piece of oak table. It's scrap from something. I'm going to cut it in half and get it down to 24 inches. And then I think I'm going to mount it over here, but I don't want to. I don't know. We'll see what happens from there. So anyways, we'll get started and we'll just kind of work our way through it. Alright, I'm not sure where this thing was used, but the sides aren't square. And I was going to start cutting on this side, but I'm going to actually cut over here. I'm going to square it up, and then I'm going to cut 2 feet over. Now from the factory, my saw came with, gosh darn it, I'll have to flip this around. My saw, the table is not lined up with the blade, the edge of the table, or the edge of the platen, or whatever you call it. So that's been sort of disappointing. And all I'm doing is lining it up here and checking to make sure that it's going to cut properly. And I've found that I was going to say slightly, but it's more than slightly allergic to sawdust. So now that I've reminded myself, especially particle board seems to be worse. I'm going to go get a face mask. Nothing like becoming allergic to shit. So we'll measure over 24. And then we'll check it with the square. Alright, we're going to make our second cut here. mask up. So this is cut square. One thing I need to do, I'll show you guys, I need to add some of this backer over here, a little piece of it. I think I can get it off that one. We'll find out. I'm going to turn the fan on. So guys, I'd love to have a table saw, but I don't have one. So this is as good as it gets. So what I'm going to do now is get the wood glue and pin nailer and pin nail this in, and then or the stapler, and next we'll figure out how to start mounting this thing. Alright guys, I'm going to glue this piece on. I did let the air compressor come up to pressure this morning. Anyways, I'll get this glued in here. Alright, so we'll get another pad of 2x4s put on here because it needs some way to screw into the counter over here. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for legs yet, so... Alright guys, so I got these on this morning, got them relatively centered. One of the issues is this pulley is larger down here. Distance from center to edge of pulley is bigger than where the pillow blocks mount. So I think I'm going to cut a hole in the place where I'm going to mount it. I bought lags, assuming these were going to work. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So, sorry about that, guys. What we got going on here is this is how I want it to sit. And you can see right now this pulley hits right here. So I think I'm going to let this out in some way. I'm going to cut this out so that I can get the pulley on here. I was going to mount it on risers, but I don't want to go back and buy lags. It's like an hour trip total to the store. So I got to get the motor in here and mock up the distance and see what belts I have. This pulley is for the motor, and I got to go grab the pulley and see how it's gonna, or the motor, see what's gonna fit here. So be right back. All right, guys, we're having a rare high wind day here from the east because of that storm that's coming through middle of the United States. It's got clear coat on it, so it's not wanting to mark. And that sort of worked. What we're going to do here is I'm going to take the saw and saw a little swath in here for the belt. So I'm going to mark the halfway point. And then we'll go like 1 inch either side. And that should be enough to allow for the belt to come off. And maybe we'll go 1.5 inches or 2 each side. So we'll go 2. Now we'll go 1.5 inches. And pen and pencil aren't working on this, so I'm going to have to go get a marker. Or scuff it up a little bit. Yep, that works. It's a softer pencil. And I don't know how much we'll take out. That looks like about 4 inches there. We'll see how that turns out. So what we'll do is go 2 inches each side of the mark. So we'll go here and there and there. And this is what it should cut out, hopefully. Just gives me some marks to work off of. And as ugly as that is, that's how you do that. All right. I'm gonna turn the fan on. I should have put my mask on. Yeah, it's gonna rub right here.